All right. I think we're live. All right. So I wanted to do a quick test. If anyone shows up and has some basic questions or whatever, we could go through that. But I've been spending a lot of time in some chat rooms and a lot of these chats are on YouTube channels, streamed from the Philippines. They love their phone. I don't like using a phone, but they love using their phones and everything. And I've been noticing recently that their connections are not always that great, but they have access to data, they have access to Wi-Fi. But one of the biggest challenges, I believe, in the Philippines with their Wi-Fi and their network setups is the construction of the buildings. I mean, when I was there shortly, I was there in February for about 3 weeks or so. A lot of their buildings are like cement or concrete build. I mean, it's similar in Puerto Rico with a lot of newer housing. The old houses were frame and they had the outhouses and all that stuff, but a lot of more modern houses are like concrete or cement build, and Wi-Fi has a lot of problem with those. So the networks, they're tricky. They're tricky. They don't work so good from what I'm noticing. And one of the things I started thinking about was Speedify, especially with now they have the parent share and all that stuff. And I realized I haven't done any content recently on Speedify. I haven't done anything recently with anything. And the parent share, I haven't played around with it that much. So I just want to do a quick test. And just to show you here, the diagram on the right, or the illustration on the right, that's Speedify actually running right now on my Mac. So I have a wired connection and a Wi-Fi connection. Now on my Mac, this particular connections does me no good because it's the same internet. So I'm connected maybe with different SSIDs, but it's the same internet. But on the phone, it's different. So I'm going to go ahead and open the app on my phone. And we're going to see what happens when it comes to Speedify, if everything works the way I believe it's supposed to work. Now, if you notice on the phone, it's grayed out right now because I haven't turned it on. But it has one of my Wi-Fis, but then it's also showing the T-Mobile cellular data. So your phone's going to utilize the cell data plus your Wi-Fi. It's going to bond it. It's going to connect it depending on how you have it set up. Are my cellulars as a secondary, not a primary, but that's a different story, different video. But basically, depending on how you set it up, they would be like combined, or the Wi-Fi, like mine on this phone, the Wi-Fi is going to be the primary. It's going to be the main one. But if Speedify notices you need a little help, it's going to grab it from your phone's data. But there's also the parent share, which is newer. And if you notice, it says devices, paired devices, 0 active on the right-hand side. That's the computer. I'm going to turn this on now. And let's see what kind of things change. There should be some. Okay. Now, if you notice on my MacBook, just got a third one, Victor's iPhone. And then on the cell phone, it actually says that I'm sharing to Victor's Mac Mini. So right now, I'm sharing the connection with my Mac. So I'm going to grab another phone. And this one you're not going to be able to see, but I have it right here. I'm going to do the same thing on this phone. So I'm going to turn this one on. And this one's connected to the same Wi-Fi. And this is very important. All the devices have to share at least one connection. Okay. But now if you notice, my Mac Mini just took another connection. So now my computer has 4 network connections. Now, I was under the impression, unless I'm just not seeing it right now or I'm not doing something right, that the two cell phones should be able to share with each other as well. So let's see if we could figure that out. So I'm going to hit on this phone. It says that I'm sharing with Mac Mini. All right, it's giving me the information and it's telling me if I want to unpair. So it's not giving me an option to connect to the other phone. Let's see if there's anything else I see here. Because I thought that would work where, yes, it's a benefit having this on your phone because it's going to combine the cell data with the Wi-Fi. But I was hoping that it would also. Oh, wait, I got a managed here. Oh, so I clicked on managed. So let me try to do this on the phone that you can see. So if you notice where it says pair devices, it says managed. So I'm going to click on managed. And if you notice, it's got my mini. It's listing my MacBook Pro, which it should be off. It's listing a couple other things, but then it's saying Victor's iPhone 11. That's this one. So out of curiosity, I'm going to tap on that. Send a pair request. I'm going to send that pair request. I just got it on this phone. I'm going to say okay. All right. So now this phone is showing that the iPhone 12 is sharing with it. So I'm going to hit done. And now if you look at my iPhone, it is saying I have 3 connections on my iPhone. So I have my Wi-Fi from this office, I have my T-Mobile cell data, and I have my Verizon data from my iPhone 11. So the reason I'm showing this is because whether it's a computer, whether it's the phone, there's a way of combining all of these. And it could be a big benefit on the phone, especially with some of the streamers in the Philippines where they'd love to use their phone. But right now, a lot of them don't probably know about technology like this or are not aware of it. I believe there's a free version. I have a subscription. I like the service. But I believe there's a free version. Yes, Speedify.com if you guys want to check it out. No affiliation. I met a couple of the guys with Ecamm's Creator Camp. Yes, I'm associated also with Ecamm. I'm affiliate with Ecamm. Ecamm is Mac only. That's the software I'm using to do all this. Later on, I will be posting links in the description for some gear and link to the software for you guys to get all about the channel. But basically, to give you guys an example, if the phone that's going to be doing the streaming is using Speedify, it's already going to have the Wi-Fi from the apartment or wherever you're at, plus your cell data. So it's going to have 2 connections. I was in a stream, I think it was today and yesterday, where there were like 2, 3 other people in the house and they all had their phones. Now, mind you, they're all streaming, which I would not recommend because now they're all eating up the Wi-Fi in the location. But that's another video, another story. But let's say it was going to be one phone streaming and you have 4 or 5 people with phones and they all have Speedify. You pair and share and you set this up, you're going to have all those connections to help with your connection for the stream. So even if the Wi-Fi starts getting weak, you got the cell data to pick it up, not just your phone, but the other 2, 3, 4 phones. So, I mean, there's a lot of possibilities, especially in areas like I want to say the Philippines, where if you're in a small group and you all have your phones, you all have Speedify, you all set up the parent share to help out the one person that's going to stream. I mean, I don't see you having that much of an issue. Um, Again, if your cell company goes down and you're all on the same company. Was it Globe? I forgot what the other one's called. It might not help you that much, but again, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. Here in the U.S., we have multiple carriers in the same areas. I'm not familiar with the Philippines and their whole setup and configuration, but your best setup is if everything is like different. So if you have cell phone connections with different companies, your Wi-Fi in the house is a different company. Combining them like this could be a huge benefit. And again, if you notice on the phone, which is the more narrow one, it's showing I have 3 network connections now. I have my Wi-Fi from my office. I have the T-Mobile cell data, which is the actual phone cell data, and I have the Verizon, which is the phone I have here on the side, which is just basically my company phone. So again, short video. Just wanted to kind of give you guys a taste and a quick look at Speedify and some of the things you could do with Speedify. I might look into taking it further and actually, hold on. Freaking ant got too close to my juice. Uh, they're getting all over the place right now. I guess it's the season. They're getting in the house now. But yeah, I'm probably gonna look into how they're set up nowadays, what kind of tiers they have, the pricing. I might do a few more videos on Speedify, and let's go back over here on Speedify, and just to give you guys a look. I believe this is the right button. I haven't done this in a minute. Nope, that's the wrong button. Well, not the wrong button, but I forgot to click over here. And then this is Ecamm. So I have, my scenes, my overlays, my audio. I'm gonna probably do a few videos on this now because if you notice here, it's now integrated with Zoom. I don't use Zoom a lot, but that is very interesting to a lot of people, so I might play with it. But yeah, software, cameras, basic stuff, cameras, microphones, lighting a little bit. I'm still working on the lighting. Victor likes to play with a lot of stuff. So, all right, that's going to be it for this video. You have yourself a good one. It's almost a weekend, at least here in the States. So everybody enjoy. It's almost Father's Day for those that are fathers. I guess happy Father's Day. Yada, yada, yada. All right, everyone. Have a good one. Later. Where's my finish button? I didn't program a finish button on my Stream Deck. Really? Yeah. Well, I'll hit the other one. Later.